All right. Hi, everybody. That'll be
Hello.
coming on here. Just gonna do a little talk show about last night's game. See, get some thoughts, some insights from the wonderful Quig here. Kate, if you want to kind of just introduce and describe Quig, you can go ahead and do that.
Oh jeez. Okay. I should have come to this more prepared. It's okay.
It's
It's
all right.
fine.
I have her portrait pulled up. So.
All right. We're flying by the seat of our pants.
Yep.
Quig is kind of near and dear to me. I actually made her because I wanted to make my ideal character, and I love war clerics. And I liked the idea of a high elf pirate. Because it doesn't seem like it works, especially because high elves are supposed to be very prim and proper and all that, so I kind of wanted her to go rogue that way. And originally I did actually build her as a rogue until I saw a TikTok actually about how clerics don't actually have to be like devoted to a god, just to an ideal.
Yeah.
And so a war cleric could be devoted to the idea of freedom and the sea, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wrote down a bunch of different things on a piece of paper and let the dice decide what she looked like, how she would act, all that. Which, if you haven't done that, I highly recommend it. It's so much fun to just like randomly make a character and let kind of, the fates decide.
Like, it turned out beautiful. I mean, like I said, I had the portrait pulled up, and it just turned out amazing. I loved it. Most of the artwork that's done for Unexpected Fieldwork, the Thursday night game, has come from her. It's just she's wonderful.
But yeah, I don't know.
I've been having a great time. I've been having a great time messing with her. and you know, there's some other stuff in the background going on that you don't know about, and
I'm well aware. I gave you a very extensive backstory.
yeah, which is very wonderful for in the perspective of a DM, because I have so much that I get to use to build off of, to make a story from, and that just feels great in of itself, honestly.
I feel like when I first joined your campaign, like when I first began playing with Cineteer, I didn't really have as much time to really get attached to her because it's kind of just fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing. So it's been fun to throw you a character that I'm actually devoted to playing.
Yeah. Yeah. What Deadpool likes to say, fuck it, we'll do it live. That's kind of becoming a thing. He says that so much. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. My best friend says that all the time.
I have been stuck in it.
It's a great saying.
And it's worked out so far. Another saying that I like to use, like, it may not be professional, but if they wanted a professional, they should have hired a professional. So, yeah.
Touche.
I did want to ask. So you kind of touched on it, the inspiration of Quig. You wanted a war cleric because you love war clerics.
So much.
That kind of was roguish.
Mm-hmm.
What gave you the want to do that, or did you just?
Honestly, it came from a different game that I was playing in, a couple of them, and people were playing rogues, and they were kind of more. I don't know, like just rogues can be anything, and I wanted something that wasn't so organized, like a druid or anything like that. And so that's why I kind of decided to go with the rogue idea. And then I was like, well, if she's a rogue, like what kind of rogue is she going to be? I didn't want to do assassin. I feel like that's overplayed in the rogue thing. Like if you're a rogue, you're an assassin. And so I wanted her to be a little bit different. I wanted her to have a criminal background because a criminal high elf, they're not supposed to exist. And then also like there were pretty much just three big ones is I wanted her to be roguish. I wanted her to not be an assassin. I wanted her to have a criminal background but be different. And then also I wanted to play on the disappointed parents and not the dead parents.
Yeah. The dead parents is something that's used often.
Yeah. And so
I wouldn't even say it's overused though. It's just used often.
Yeah, it's used often. It's the go-to, and I wanted to kind of try to do something different. Yeah. I'm happy with her.
Me too. When people give me backgrounds that are as detailed as yours, it really helped, especially in this case, because I knew like the main focus of it and the BBEG shit like that. But I didn't know what the adventure was going to be like to get there. And then you came in and you were like, fucking pirate. And I'm like,
I want to be a pirate. And you're just
pirate.
Like,
all right. Let's do this. And I already run a pirate campaign on Mondays and have been for a hot minute now. So there's a lot of things that I've done on there that they've really enjoyed. So I knew you guys would enjoy them too. Little fun fact. Couple of your crew members are actually from their crew.
Oh, really?
Flavored a little differently here and there, but pretty Tristan and Dave are from there.
David.
Fucking Dave. So Dave ended up in an issue for them as well at one point They were going through a storm. They pissed off the Storm Lord, essentially. So they were sailing through that, and some shit was going down. They were making rolls, saving throws. People were trying to stay on the ship. Everything was going crazy. And they're like, oh, yeah, everyone, we fucking made it through. Some of us got damaged, but everyone's fine. And one of them was best friends with Dave. And I'm like, hey, make a perception check. So he does. Gets like an 18. And I'm like, you're breathing hard. You're exhausted. You look around. All your friends are there. Everything's safe. Finally, out from that storm. And then you realize, where's Dave?
Where's Dave?
And that's where we ended that session. Because cliffhangers are fun. And they're like, mother! So they had to go through a whole adventure to try and find him again, and they did. I rolled to see if Dave died or not. He did survive. They did find him absolutely exhausted.
I'd imagine so.
So, but it was a good time. And then, words. So one of the characters, his story came to an end, and it was the best friend with Dave. So Dave left the ship to stay with him because they're best friends. So
yeah, it was best friends.
Well, yeah, well, maybe it's possible.
And they were roommates. They were roommates.
They were not roommates because Dave had his own room and Oscar slept where Abukir likes to hang out.
Okay.
But that's his spot. That's his spot. So,
the spot.
But yeah, so that campaign and stories there have helped me a lot to know what I want to do for you guys. I will ask one important question. Actually, let's start with this. We all saw your face. We all saw your face when Dave walked up to you and said, I have a question. What would it take for you to kill a friend? What went through your mind right there?
I was like, because the crew that you gave me was very well put together. I feel like they all have their own personalities, and like the only one that's kind of still a mystery is Olive, but she doesn't seem like the touchy-feely type, so it doesn't really shock me. But I really, really liked Dave. I thought that he was hilarious, and the fact that we made you give him such a ridiculously high voice.
Yeah.
Dave became a very quick favorite among the crew, and yeah, that wasn't fun, sitting there trying to think of a way not to kill him when it was looking very, very much like I was going to have to kill him, like he wasn't going to give me an option. There was panic. Definite panic.
Definite panic.
Yeah.
Would Quig have killed him?
If he would have proven himself a danger to the rest of the crew and the ship, she would have fought with it for a long time. Because Quig is ruthless in a lot of ways, but she is by no means heartless. And she cares very much for her crew. So it would have weighed on her for a very long time and kind of pushed her down that optional storyline that I gave you.
Yeah.
She would have taken a step towards the dark side.
Yeah. When I told you that there was a way to cure him, where did your mind go? What did you think it was going to be?
I didn't even know. Like, honestly, I had no clue. But it was like, okay, there is a way to cure this. Like, this isn't permanent. And the fact that that's one of the reasons that I used the spell that I did and not command is because it lasted for 30 days. So I had time to figure it out, because I also had command, which would have done a very similar thing, but it only would have lasted for like a minute.
One turn.
Yeah, one turn. So I was like, well, and then I started reading. I was like, oh, no, this one will last for 30 days, and we have time to figure this out. And then at the end of that 30 days, if he couldn't have been cured, Quig would have put him out of his misery.
One thing we should have looked at, like I said, if they wanted professionals, they should have hired one. The spell that you used, Gaius, its casting time is 1 minute. So it should have taken 10 rounds of combat to cast that spell.
maybe here, I'm gonna give you a way out of this. Maybe the whole time that I was sitting there talking to him, which went on for more than a minute in real time.
True. Yeah.
Quig was just like, behind her back, kind of spell casting.
See, you're gonna be a good DM. You got ways out of shit. There you go.
I have
ways out of shit. That's important as a DM. Find ways out of shit.
Find ways out of shit.
When I was thinking of what to do to cure him, it actually reminded me of one game when I was playing Curse of Strahd. At one point, one of the players had been bitten, and that player couldn't make it to one of the sessions. So the other players, as a little side quest, they had to go find a rare flower that could cure vampirism, at least in someone that's not yet a vampire. It was a blue flower with red thorns.
Blue flower, red thorns.
So
I wish I wasn't colorblind.
So I had to go find that. And I just thought that was a funny little thing. And thinking of curing vampirism kicked that in my mind. I'm like, no, I gotta make it harder than that. I gotta
make it a little bit different. I'm still nervous about what she gave up, honestly, but
what
I know that's gonna bite me in the ass. I know that's gonna bite me in the ass. That was, I think, because we kind of chatted about it, and the nat 1 that I rolled applied to the dream as well. So I do have a question for you. Was that dream actually the dream, or did she just? Okay, so
the dream happened almost exactly as I described.
Almost exactly.
Almost.
No, I honestly, like, that was the big thing, is her asking if she was giving up Grimm or anything to do with Grimm. And being told no.
You said you asked if Grimm just died or is going to die. And I said no.
No, I just asked if I was giving him up. No. So that was Quig's big thing, because that's a huge driving point for her, is that whole part of her past. But honestly, I have 3 ideas. I think that she either gave up the ability to have a child, her whole reincarnation thing, I think she interrupted that chain and now won't reincarnate. Or the third option is something to do with the Stormlord or something like that, giving up her god. But
2 of those options did come to mind. They did. And it's possible I chose one. It is possible.
Lovely.
But when you realize what was paid, I can't wait to see your reaction to it.
Is there a way, I will ask you this, is there a way to undo it? Or is it just done?
Yes.
And I promise I will separate player knowledge from character knowledge.
there is somebody that I'll say that there's somebody that has a way to undo it.
Okay. Cool.
But will that person do it?
If it's Elsarin, I'm gonna guess no.
Elsarin. What a great topic. Elsarin.
Oh, Elsarin.
I am mad that nobody attacked him.
I didn't tell anybody not to attack him. All I said is Lucas asked me if he could hit the wizard, and I told him I would not advise it. That's all I said. And he was like, okay.
Had
And
Elsarin
he
still
actually
been
did.
up there and saw that, Luke would have been
But
down.
he was not. Yeah.
So I did actually have somebody ask me what happened to Gibbs when Elsarin hit him. So when Andy went down there to see Elsarin and he was cleaning something off, he was cleaning the blood off of, essentially they're like a set of brass knuckles, but once per day he can use them and just knock somebody unconscious if they fail a saving throw. And that's so I flavored that as like that's something that he uses to bring in dangerous criminals. So
which
just goes
fascinates me that he didn't hit Quig. But
nope, he would never hit you.
Well,
with that,
hair's too tight.
He was very fun to roleplay. You gave me one hell of a character to put.
If you want, I can send you the information on all the other Keltas too. When I say that I enjoy writing backstory. When I say that, I mean that I have backstory for every single person, including Grim, that I'm currently working on.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that because some stuff's going on with that. I'll say this: I know where Grim is, and I know what's going on with him. I also know where your father is, where your mother is, and where your little brother is.
Aww, Ulrich.
So
cool.
That actually brings me to one thing. I'll give you a little player knowledge here. How did Elsarin find you?
Ulrich?
Not on purpose. Elsarin found out about your guys' letters. Found the letters, found out where they were coming from, and backtracked from there.
Smart.
Yep.
He's a Kelta, so I shouldn't be shocked.
I don't, contrary to popular belief, I don't just like random DM magic here. They're just here because I say they're here because boom. No, I do that, but I also give them a reason of how. So, that actually leads me to another question. How did Quig feel meeting the dragon, Aloysius?
Honestly, she being around something that was older than her is not something that she's familiar with. She doesn't often, I mean, like when you're around other high elves, okay, yeah, you're going to be around people who are older than you, but like she hadn't been around somebody who was older than her in a very long time, and it was humbling.
Humbling.
Right before she got humbled again.
I humbled Quig. That's what a wonderful feeling.
I was trying to think of a way for her to like ask if he wanted to like join their crew. Have an adventure on 2 human feet.
Yeah,
I don't think he would have.
Had you rolled a natural 20 on persuasion, he would have thought about it. Anything less than that? Nah.
He's got a wife and a kid.
He's free.
Yeah.
that's what he was doing out there. It was just such a wonderful day that he just
went on a fly. You gotta stretch them wings.
Yeah. You know, you may see him again. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on what happens. How did Quiggs feel when seeing the death bark?
She doesn't like coming across things on the sea that she doesn't know what they are. She's had a long time to sail around and see a lot of things. So the fact that she had never seen anything like it, it's a little terrifying.
Speaking of terrifying, a couple sessions ago, that fog, the ship in the fog.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think was on there?
I was having a Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl, the Curse of the Black Pearl moment where there's just like a crew of zombie pirates who just go and like pop up out of nowhere and just take out ships. That's what I thought was going to be over there.
Ish.
Okay, so I was on the right track.
Sort of. So that was a ship, just a regular ship, just a merchant ship that had a lot of gold on it. By the way, I'll throw that out there. It had some stuff on there. But yeah, whatever. I'm not going to say you made the wrong decision. You did not make the wrong decision. It would have been extremely dangerous to go on there. But there was
the
one
moment
person
that you were
left alive.
Yeah, the moment that you were kind of like, oh yeah, then there appears to be one body that was torn in two and then tried to crawl away. I was like, yep, not setting foot on that shit.
There was bodies everywhere.
That one in particular, though, was like,
but what?
Enough for Quig to be like,
what tore them apart, and what tried to drag your ship to them? What has the power to drag your ship to them?
Cthulhu.
Not quite. Well, maybe I should use him. Huh.
And we don't have a bard, so we couldn't seduce Cthulhu our way out of it. Oh Tristan's Tristan could seduce our way out.
But here's the issue with that. Tristan doesn't give a fuck about sex. He's like the anti-bard.
He's an asexual bard, which is another fun kind of like norm breaker.
Well, see, that's one thing I liked about him in the other campaign was just he gives a shit about food. Like they went to a huge party, and he went with a date, and as soon as they were there, he left the date and went straight to the kitchen. Like he was like, "Thanks, bye," and just fucking fucked off. So, I love his character. There's some other characters in there that I'll have fun with. I'm definitely going to start having a lot of fun with Stjorborn, for sure. Stjorborn, we made a little backstory with him. We need to work a little more on it. We mostly just got backstory of what's he doing there, what happened, and what's his goal.
All the building blocks of a good backstory.
Made in 20 minutes. When you have 20 minutes to do it. I
personally can't wait for the budding rivalry between him and Abu. The fact that Abu feels threatened because there's another big, tall, strong man on board with an extending hammer.
Yeah. So
the fact, like,
when we were deciding like who to bring in, and we built that character, I did not put that together at all.
I think it's going to make for a very interesting dynamic, honestly. I think it's because I didn't honestly, like, I saw it going one of two ways. Like, I did see maybe Abu getting threatened by him, but I also saw Abu, like, becoming his best friend. And then becoming, like, the two inseparable like buddies. But,
oh god.
Bubbies. I don't know. I'm extremely hungover. So
No, it's fine.
words are hard.
That name just hit me. May or may not be what my mother called me
Oh, I'm sorry.
as a child, and she still she calls my son that now. I call my son that. So,
Good nickname.
speaking of Steerborn, he did forget.
It's all good. That was rather late last night when we
It was.
talked about it.
We talked until like 1 o'clock is when I got off.
It was midnight my time, and then me and Morgan and Andrew sat there and talked for like an hour and a half longer. I told Morgan about my pet thesis, and no, we were just drunk.
Hey, you're all about to get a chair stream, so I can go and put Norse Forged on everyone. As soon as he figures out how to jump on, he jumped on and jumped right back off because
he's like
that man.
Oh, no.
That man's computer issues. I will never not be messing with him about that. You got it, bud? Did you get it? Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly. Check to see if your camera is used in your OBS again. Yes, we see you.
Hey!
There I be.
Yep.
There he be.
Everybody gets a share stream from me for a moment while I fix camera settings so we all fit. Oh no!
Oh, yes.
We're doing it live. Fuck it.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
What's up, Norse? How you doing, buddy? I just made another response video that a friend of mine did the voiceover for me, and
it was.
Yeah, so that was some fun, is what that was, because we were trying to figure out what's the best way to get the voice on there, right? And we tried just doing it like on my headphone here, putting my phone up to it. We tried my speaker, we tried a whole bunch of ways, and finally I was just like, screw it, log into my TikTok, just do the voiceover there and do the thing. So he's like, all right. And he had to figure out TikTok. He's actually in here right now, or was. No, we lost him.
No, because I'm stuff.
Oh no, we lost him again. Don't mind us, people. We're having
in your face.
Don't worry about it. People have done worse on Twitch. Right. The guy that actually did the voiceover is in chat right now. What's up, Jenma? Thank you. Nice. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Can't wait to see what you do on TikTok, sir. But yeah, Norseforge, now that you're here.
Is his name Canubis? Like Anubis and cannabis put together?
Cananubis. Yeah.
Cananubis.
Well played, sir.
Fantastic.
Well played.
Fantastic.
I wanted to ask you, Norseforge, some questions on
Yes?
Huh? You're just being a dork is what you're doing. God dang it.
Is he here? Is he not here?
Genma says it comes from Alod's, an old PC game where you could play metal mummies. Oh shit. Norsewords, I wanted to ask you, how does it feel to finally be playing D&D again after how long? You said you hadn't played since 3.5?
Yeah, like 2011.
Oh geez. 11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, how's it feel to finally be playing again?
Really good. I forgot how much fun this shit is.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just gonna get more fun the more you learn the character and all the spells. The cool thing will be in the we haven't announced it yet. The thing that we're doing at that time with those people, you'll be a lot more used to your character for that game, for that thing. The thing. It's the DM in me. I'm cryptic. It's what I do. Quig, what does Quig think of Stillborn right now?
She's still processing the whole thing with Elsarin, so she was just like, "Oh, okay, another mouth to feed. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal that he's over 7 foot tall."
Luckily, there is a cleric spell that creates food and water. So
I do have the create and destroy water.
Yeah, so
do have that one.
You should be fine. The issue with that, the create food spell, makes food. It doesn't taste that good.
That's what Tristan's for.
That's true. That's true. That is what Tristan is for. Tristan is an amazing cook.
Yeah,
what did you
get,
think... sir? What did you run to go get? Oh. So a funny thing, when we were deciding on who's going to be on the talk show tonight, we were rolling a d6, and the highest roll was going to be on here. So these two and Archeowolf rolled their d6s, and these two got 6s. So I'm like, okay, just roll between you two now. Both got 6s again. I'm like, okay, you're both supposed to be on the show apparently. So, how does Stillborn, or what does he think about the crew so far?
They're a ragtag bunch of ruffians. what misfits? They're a bunch of misfits.
A group of misfits.
We have a what's the word? He can't communicate. Elephant. We've got Stone Lady. We've got Pocket Goblins. This is a ragtag group.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird group. The metal man.
So.
The two elves.
Faces. We're putting faces together.
Yeah. Just wait till you see Gears in action. Gears is an interesting dude.
He's fun.
He can do stuff with his body. Innuendo. Anyway, which by the way, okay, we've had funny innuendos in the game. We have.
Yeah.
But last night
we just couldn't get away from the hammer innuendo.
You were destroying it, like, beautifully, wonderfully. With the hammer shit. I knew you were going to be fun to bring on. I didn't know that was going to happen. And I'm so satisfied. So satisfied. We have to get together and kind of figure out, like, who Stillborn is. Like, where did he come? Like, where did he really come from? What's his goal? Or should we just fuck it, do it live like usual?
Yeah. That way I can't give you anything to use against me.
Oh, so speaking of that, for those on Twitch who don't know, we're having a bit of a challenge going on. Norse believes that he can get me to 10K by tomorrow night at midnight.
Yeah.
And if he does, he gets a magical item. I'll check what I'm at right now.
You're almost at 4. I haven't even done my live yet. I forgot about the interview thing. Look, I was getting set up to do my live. And I was
3,926. Got a ways to go. Jeez. Okay. For context, I started this challenge at 1,800. So I could be in a little bit of trouble.
You're all in trouble because I set up both of my lives. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go live. I've got all of you. All of you are going to get bombarded.
So fun.
Bring it on. We got Kate to over 1,000. You see that?
We can go live now.
Yeah.
I can go live and talk about archaeology things.
That's one of the most exciting things that's happened out of this so far.
I don't know. My social anxiety is through the roof.
What'd you say, Norse?
I said, speaking of archaeology, I had a thought earlier. Like, you know how they found the crystal skulls and people are all batshit about them? What if I casted one out of Nordic gold and buried it in my fucking yard? And 1,000 years from now, somebody digs it up and goes, "What the fuck is this?"
That's probably exactly what would happen. Is they would say, "What the fuck is this?" And then
start a controversy 1,000 years from now.
Could be.
See, that could be a lot of fun.
It could be. And I made a shit ton more.
You made a shit ton?
Here's just a few.
Oh my god.
Get ready for Dawnbreaker, huh?
Which,
oh yeah, really make a Dawnbreaker.
I am messaging my friend right now to see if he can do such a thing. He is looking into it.
Blow up Bethesda, actually.
Ooh.
I could bully them into submission.
I bet you we could.
I bet you could.
I got so many. So for the very first time, I can't keep up with my comments. And there's so many really, really funny ones. Give this man his weapon. Huh?
You're live on Twitch right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I'll just pull that shit up, homie. I'm gonna go look.
Yeah. We got quite a few people in here watching. Because of you, a lot of things are happening, and we talked about some things. I don't want to say anything too. I want to be cryptic again because it's fun. I'm a DM. It's what I do. We talked a little bit last night about some mutuals that you and ArchaeoWolf have. And
sorry, I'll show you.
You're fine. I just been thinking about how fun some of those could be, and if games like that kind of got a lot of attention, we could definitely get Bethesda's attention and have a lot of fun. My mother, by the way, wants me to. She hates Dungeons and Dragons. She hates it.
Why?
Why?
For reasons in history. But she's very proud of me for everything that I'm doing right now, but she wants me to get more popular so I can get Ian Somerhalder to play a game. And if you don't know who that is, Vampire Diaries, Damon. She wants me to play with Damon. Look him up, Kate. You'll see, and because that is her celebrity crush.
I have my niches of nerdism, and that is not one of them.
She wants me to play a game with him, which would be awesome. I want to play a game with Ryan Reynolds, because how fucking chaotic would that be?
Oh, Ryan Blue-Eyed Boy. Okay, I know who he is.
Ryan Reynolds and Jack Black. How fun would those two be?
Jack Black would be a freaking blast to play D&D with.
If you Norse, I'm gonna ask both of you this, but Norse first. If you could have 3 people to play with, you're a player and they 3 are players. Who would you, out of anybody? Who would you pick?
I gotta put some thought into that one.
Yeah, that's a big question.
It is, because I know my answer. Straight up, Jack Black, Ryan Reynolds, and fuck, his name just left me. Why? Jeff Goldblum.
I
Ooh.
was literally just thinking Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. So the 3 of them. Just imagine.
I would say Jeff Goldblum, Chris Pratt. I think that'd be
Ooh.
fucking hilarious.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
And then actually a buddy of mine on TikTok,
Who would that be?
Don Marshall 72. He's the official
Don-
Lord of the Rings expert.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
He would be excellent.
Ooh.
Really get him to play.
We should get him to play.
To message that fool.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you have no choice.
Tell him if he wants, I will make it Lord of the Rings themed. Kate, who would you have?
Honestly, I think as soon as you mentioned it, I think Chris Pratt would be in mine.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a ton of fun. No, actually, it would be David Tennant. Henry Cavill. He would be fun to play with. The king of the nerds. And who would be number 3? Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Yep, that would be it.
That'd
That'd be a fun game.
Andrew just commented, Jon Favreau, Ryan Reynolds, and his brother. Cool. Yeah. That would be nifty. Jon Favreau would be really, really good. I bet. I had the thought, when you said Henry Cavill, I remember watching an interview that Henry Cavill was in and Tom Holland was in. And Tom Holland mentioned, like, hey, what if we played a game together? They're talking about Warhammer, which is, if you didn't know, Warhammer is kind of something that gave birth to D&D as it is.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just like, but what if I could get you 2 to play D&D?
How do you subscribe?
To
you?
Oh, you click subscribe?
Where the fuck's the button?
I don't know.
That's a great
know
question.
Twitch.
I actually don't.
I don't know Twitch either.
You have to go to my profile. I don't know. Hey, chat. How do you subscribe?
People actually like streaming on
how
Twitch being like, how does Twitch work?
It says gift a sub. It means you have one already. Oh, you're already subbed, Norse. If it says gift a sub, you are subbed already.
Oh shit! Sweet. Okay.
So one thing that was going on last night was people were buying subs and gifting them out. So basically, you became a subscriber because someone else bought the subscription for you and gifted it to you. So and thanks to wonderful friggin' people, that was done 91 times.
Damn.
Sorry, I already had 2, so 89 times, which is rookie numbers. You gotta pump those up if you want me to cry.
Yeah, you gotta pump that shit up.
Yeah, so that's what they were trying to do when they were trying to get me to cry on stream. They were just buying a whole bunch of subs to try and get me to cry.
It's very interesting war tactics.
Old dude, you dork. Yeah, it was interesting, but you didn't get me to cry. However, if it makes all the viewers feel better, I cried a little, like a couple of tears after the stream. Cause some bullshit. Cause some bullshit. Like y'all were mean. Oh yeah,
We're mean. We
speaking
were
of
just
Henry
hitting you in the
Cavill.
feels.
Speaking of Henry Cavill, Kate.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait for season 3. I need to finish. I'm reading the books. I need to finish the second book. I found it number 3.
You know what, Norse? If you get me to 10K, an extra gift will be me crying. There you go. But if I don't reach 10K, you have to cry on stream.
I can't cry.
Oh, that's right. Your tear ducts got fucked, didn't they?
Yep.
Just pour some water in your eyes and just
I just wail.
There is literally a product out there you can buy called artificial tears. Just use them.
Why do you know this, Kate?
To the eye the other day, and not a tear was shed.
Well,
Fair enough.
yeah, I know how that kind of thing can be.
Asshole at every funeral I ever go to in my life because I can't cry.
I'm always that guy that just stands there and is like, nope, not gonna do it.
Oh,
Oh, I embrace it. I cry.
I think one time it did get me though. Was at my grandpa's. I was fine, totally fine. And then when they did the 21 gun salute, my little cousin, like, kind of got scared and like got near me and grabbed my arm, and I'm like, fuck. That's what got me.
Here come the tears. Here come the tears.
God, he's not so little anymore though. That kid's taller than me now. That's weird. I'm not even a short guy. I'm an average height, and this motherfucker just shoots up above me. Good. Archeowolf doesn't have that problem. Mr. fucking 6 feet tall. Super
You're like
strong.
6'3", something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Can't remember.
Archeowolf?
Yeah.
He's 6'3"?
I think he's like
so.
6'3", yeah.
6'3", 6'2".
Oh, the Archeowolf.
Shit. What? I'm having the issue that Captain Dadpool had. Everybody I have on my show, they're just taller than me. Nat's taller than me. Nat's like 6'2". Or 6 foot.
I'm a humble 5'7". I'm good.
5'8". At least I'm taller than somebody.
I'm the shortest.
Yeah. Of course, we don't know how tall Andrew is. Andrew, how tall are you, bud? I want to ask one nifty thing that came out of this the game last night. When you were told your entire ship was destroyed, Norse, what did you think could have done that? What was going through your mind? Huh?
When you first said that my ship was destroyed, I figured I did it.
He's 6'1".
You did it, huh?
I figured that was going to be the story there, that I accidentally did it or I intentionally did it. I mean, I'm neutral. I mean, you can go either way, you know?
What, when you had that nightmare, and I told you there was something on the other side of the door. So one little thing, had you failed that wisdom saving throw that you did, you rolled like a 25, you succeeded. But had you failed, the door would have just opened. By the way, it would have just opened without you going near it, and whatever was on the other side would have come in.
Don Marshall just messaged. He said he's totally down.
Yeah. We got the Lord of the Rings guy.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah. And Andrew's 6'1". So, yeah.
I'm the shortest.
Yep.
I'm not very often the shortest, so I work with a lot of short people.
I'm going to ask this two different ways. What does Stjorborn think is on the other side of the door? And what do you think is on the other side of the door?
I don't know.
Good.
I got introduced to my deity yesterday after the game.
Good
So
point.
I don't know.
Good point. This is what happens when you have 20 minutes to build a backstory. Hey. We do have a question for you, Norse. Why were you so ready to accept that you were dead when the game started?
Why was I so ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the way it was set up, I mean, it was like I was dead. I couldn't see. I heard a magical voice in my fucking head, all of a sudden being lifted out.
Yeah, with everything put together. Yeah, it's like, fuck, I'm dead. All right, cool.
Shit, this is how it ended. Cool.
There's voices in my head, and I can't see, and I'm being hoisted. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Valhalla. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Now, follow-up question to that. Is he upset that he's not dead?
No. Well, I don't know. No, yeah, definitely no, because I couldn't see what happened to my ship. Therefore, I couldn't have fought it and died in battle.
Yeah, good. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be interesting for sure because I already have things going through my mind on how all that's gonna work, and thanks for answering my question on that, on what you thought did it. That might help me a little.
I mean, if I knew my deity at the time, and I knew who the adversary was, who we don't like, and I hear evil presence behind the door, I'm going to naturally assume that's that.
Okay. I'll say this.
Me personally, if I feel something spooky behind the door in real life, I'm just going to put holes in my door.
That's probably the correct.
That's
correct.
Yeah, that is the right answer.
Reaction. Jesus. Wow.
That's the right answer.
Okay. On that note of terrible words, thank you both for being on. It's about 8:00 now, my time, so I actually have another game to get to.
Ooh, have fun.
That I get to be a player in, guys. I'm a player.
Do you want me to add Don Marshall to this group for beginners?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to send it to you.
He's going to play with us?
Yeah.
Do a one shot with him. Sure.
I get a fangirl twice? That's awesome.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll just send his @ to you, and you put him where he needs to be.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
We got Don Marshall, guys. Thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. We had quite a few people in here. I appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone that's put work into all of this, and I'll find a way to reward people and my players. I'll find a way to reward you guys eventually when I'm not poor as shit. So
how about you just not bring Quig's brother into this?
But
Elsrin can just fuck off.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. And we'll see you again on Tuesday, everyone. Bye.